My husband and I are an interracial couple. He is from West Africa and I am from the United States. And today I thought I would show you a little bit into a glimpse in our life. Primarily I'll show you in meal planning and grocery shopping. This morning we had Cameroonian pancakes for breakfast, which basically, I'm still eating mine. Basically, it's like crepes, and they call them pancakes. And we make them different each time, sometimes thicker, sometimes thinner. Put different things inside of them. We are currently a one-car family. We moved to Texas about 3 months ago. And we moved down with one car, and we just haven't gone about getting another car yet. So that means on days that I'm home with her and not working, and my husband Carlson goes to the office, we don't have a car. So typically grocery shopping and doing things typically happens on the weekend.
Baby!
Yeah, there's a baby.
Touch!
You can touch baby.
Baby eat.
Oh, baby wants applesauce? Oh, yummy. Num, 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 num. Okay. I'm also pregnant with baby number 2. The weekend, it ended up filling up, and we ended up going to some fellow Cameroonians' house, and we stayed way longer than expected. It turned into a dance party and all that. And so grocery shopping did not happen yesterday. So that is one of the big goals for today, amongst a couple other things. Infrequently we use our drill. The battery just died, and I think it's the first time it has ever died since we got this when we were married over 4 years ago. So I'm gonna go charge the battery before I can finish this project. Hello Ubuntu fam. I am going to show you a little bit of meal planning and how I do that. Vera is down for a nap right now. You saw earlier that we were working in her room. I was anchoring a bookshelf to her wall. We actually switched her to a big girl bed. We put that up this weekend, but she hasn't slept in it yet because we wanted to anchor the bookcase to the wall first. So I did that, and she is down for her first nap in her big girl bed. I feel so proud of her. She went down really well. Kind of like looked around and was like, whoa, what's this freedom? And then put herself to sleep. So big change is happening here. We made that change in preparation for us welcoming baby number 2, who will be sleeping in her crib eventually. All right, I'm gonna bring you along a little bit and show you how I meal plan. Okay, the first thing that I do that is helpful is I just look ahead at the next couple of weeks, see if we have what events we have. Do we have any guests coming into town? Is there anything particular I need to make? So I do that, plan, write those meals out if there's anything. For us, for the next 2 weeks, there's really nothing. Besides, we're busy, and so I need easy meals. So that was helpful to keep in mind as I was meal planning. And then what I do next is look at what we need to use up. And so I do that by going to the freezer. I keep this on the side of the freezer. We have one outside in our deep freezer and one inside. And that tells me what's in the freezer, so that way I know what we need to utilize. We're currently in the process of using up some things in the freezer that have been sitting for a while. Some ham from Christmas, some different frozen greens and whatnot. and then we're adding to it. So I'm starting to prep some freezer meals in preparation for our baby that's due in April. And so what I planned this week was to use up some of the ham and then some chicken breasts in our other freezer, use up some of these deli rolls that I had made a while ago. So that's what I do. I look into the freezer and say what needs to be used up. I will also look into our pantry. This is our pantry right now. And just look, obviously all these items are shelf stable and can stay here for a while, but I'll look and see what's been sitting for a while. So I personally use my phone to keep track of what groceries we need. I do have a spot on the fridge where as we run out of things, I'll write it up there just so I can remember. But what I do is I have an ongoing note on my phone where I write out meal ideas and then the grocery list for what I need for those meals. And then I just kind of keep going. So I usually shop in 2-week periods. And this helps me because one, I can keep track of the meals that I'm cooking and that we're making that we actually like and are wanting to eat. And so it gives me ideas. I'm stuck and I don't know what to make. Usually I start with like what sounds good. And then obviously using up the items I showed you. But then if I'm stuck and I don't know what else to make, I'll scroll back on my note on my phone to see what other ideas I can come up with. I try to think in kind of categories of kinds of meat and non-meat, I would say. So I try to include like a couple chicken recipes, a couple beef recipes, a couple ham or pork recipes. And then usually I'll try to include one kind of non-meat meal or a fish meal. And then also we've been trying to do better with salads. So I usually will try to plan a salad each week. Usually the first week that I go grocery shopping, it'll be some kind of like green salad like kale. And then the following week I will try to make a salad more with not fresh greens, so something that we have on hand, like a quinoa salad with veggies in it, corn salad, something like that. So that's what helps me the most, is to think in terms of kinds of meat or non-meat, as I mentioned. And then I write my list, and then we go to Aldi. So later today, I plan to go to Aldi's. I'll take you along and then show you what I got. And I will talk about what meals I plan to make with the groceries I got as well. Fam, Vera and I just got back from the grocery store. It took us a little over an hour from the time we left our house to us getting back, and we went at rush hour, so not bad. We went just to Aldi's and got everything that we need for the next 2 weeks. They were out of bananas, but obviously we could pick those up at any store if we need to, and those are pretty cheap. So I will share everything we got. And again, this is groceries for 2 weeks, and I'll share some of the meals that we'll make along the way. Starting over here, we just got parchment, aluminum foil, some bags, tomato paste. I buy this at Aldi's instead of Sam's. We like their organic peanut butter, their unsweetened applesauce, kettle chips, sugar, both kind of sugars, and quinoa, chocolate chips, to keep on hand in the pantry. I got one thing of beef broth and one thing of chicken stock to keep on hand. I usually make that myself, but just if we're in a pinch. We like this rice pilaf. I have no meal plan for this, but we will keep it on hand. Sometimes I pack these in my daughter's lunch. Chocolate chips, I think I mentioned. Broccoli to go with a meal this week. Spinach, cilantro. I got these sausage links, and now that I'm looking at it, I thought I got the Italian kind, but this will work. I plan to make sandwiches, Italian chicken sausage with peppers and onions, and I plan to freeze one of these meals too. This I got just to try for breakfast one time. 2 raspberries, blackberries. I got quite a bit of peppers, as you'll see here, and that again is for that meal. Blueberries, some avocados, there's a hummus down there. Some grapes, some kale. I'm gonna make a kale salad with apple, sweet potato, and carrot with a tahini dressing. This is our favorite trail mix from Aldi's. Some oranges. I got 3 things of strawberries because we have not had strawberries in weeks. Over here, I got some whole milk. This is the milk our daughter drinks. 3 dozen eggs, some frozen tilapia, some Swiss cheese. I plan to make ham and cheese sliders. Chicken breast. I plan to make lemon pepper chicken and freeze one of those as a slow cooker meal. And then we also plan to make butter chicken as well. Cream cheese. I don't cook with a lot of cheese, but the other day cinnamon rolls sounded good, but I didn't have cream cheese. And I realized that this stays good for a very long time. This my daughter eats. 2 things of butter for the freezer. This is for the ham and cheese sliders. And then 1 thing of Italian bread. I usually make our own bread, but I'll be busy, so I bought a loaf. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Vera did a great job. She took a 3-hour nap in her big girl bed, which was pretty impressive. All right, our total at Aldi's was $159. $159, and that is for 2 weeks. And that doesn't include all of our meat. We have a lot of meat that we utilize from our freezer. But $160 for 2 weeks is not bad. Some of the meals that we plan to make include butter chicken, the lemon pepper chicken, a cauliflower rice taco skillet, a stuffed pepper casserole, the Italian sausage and peppers on jelly rolls. Let's see, the fish one night. I have stuff for meatloaf if I want to do that. The kale salad, ham buns, and a ham slice as well with like a potato and vegetable. So you didn't see me buy any potatoes, but we have those already on hand. I can always make up some bread if I need to as a starch, or rice as well. I hope this is helpful. It gives you some ideas and encourages you in your meal prepping and meal planning. Ending the evening at the park, watching Daddy play basketball. Hope you enjoyed this glimpse into a normal day in our lives when I am home with Vera Girl.